Tape script 9.26.1.
Come on, Watai, we need to leave if we're going to get to the cinema on time.
What? The movie doesn't start for more than an hour?
I know, but the public bus is leaving now.
The bus? Why are we taking the public bus? Moto taxis are a good way to get around.
Yes, I agree, but I feel the public bus is better. I can update my Facebook status and relax during my ride. Besides, my hair stays nicer because I don't have to wear a helmet.
Okay, so you'll still be prettier than me, but the motos are closer than the bus stop.
I don't mind walking further. The bus is safer. I don't have to worry about being in an accident.
True, but riding a moto is easier. They're always outside waiting. You don't know when the bus will come.
That's okay. It's healthier than breathing the exhaust of cars as I sit on the moto. And
That'll be 500 real, please.
it's cheaper than a motor ride. Bye. See you at the cinema.
But taking a motor taxi is a lot faster than riding a bus.
End of tape script 9.26.1. Tape script 9.27.1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever Kian Swai bicycle race. This is going to be an exciting day and probably a bit tiring for our riders. The race course set at 2 kilometers will be the longest any of our riders has ever ridden. You just can't help but wonder, who is going to ride it the fastest?
That's right, Tyriak. It's a guess as to who is the best. Pisai is certainly the tallest. Her legs allow her to pedal with longer strokes than most people. Vatai is by far the strongest of the 3 riders, as she works out with the local Bokator team. The real mystery competitor is Livan. He's the smartest of our 3 competitors this afternoon, but I'm not sure it will help him.
Okay, Finn, thanks for that. Looks like our racers are ready, and they're off. Oh dear, that was the shortest race ever.
That's right, Tyriak. We don't know who the fastest racer is, but we do know that Livan, after falling into our other 2 riders at the very start of the race, is the worst. End of tape script 9.27.1. Tape script 10.28.1.
A. He was really happy. B. I was very bored. C. They were in my bedroom. D. It was a very good robot. E. We were all in his bedroom. F. She was very rude.
End of tape script 10.28.1. Tape script 10.28.2.
A. Pisai wasn't tired. B. Pisai was bored. C. Sam was angry with Pisai. D. Sam wasn't excited. E. They were at Liwan's house. F. They weren't at school.
End of tape script 10.28.2. Tape script 10.28.3.
Where were you after school last week?
I was at the lake.
Were you alone or were you with your friends?
I was with my mom and dad.
Why were you at the lake?
We were there fishing for carp.
Your mom and dad are very old, Watai. Were they good?
They were great. They were the best.
End of tape script 10.28.3. Tape script 10.28.4.
A. Where were you after school last week? B. Were you alone? C. Were you with your friends? D. Why were you at the lake? E. Were they good?
End of tape script 10.28.4. Tape script 10.28.5.
Good morning, Mr. Sowan. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
Did you do anything interesting last week?
Yes, I went for a walk in the jungle.
Was it very hot?
Yes, it was. And I saw a hole under a tree.
How big was it?
It was very big. It was a big cave.
Was it dark?
Yes, it was. It was very difficult to see. There was a river in the cave.
Was the river deep?
Yes, it was very deep. I swam into the next cave.
Were there two caves?
Yes, there were 2 caves.
Were you frightened?
Yes, I was. I was lost in the caves.
How long were you in the caves?
I was in the caves for about 3 hours. I was very happy when I saw the sun and the trees.
End of tape script 10.28.5. Tape script 10.28.6.
Number 1. Was it very hot?
Yes, it was.
Number 2. Was the hole small?
No, it was very big.
Number 3. Was the cave dark?
Yes, it was very difficult to see.
Number 4. Was the river deep?
Yes, it was very deep.
Number 5. Were there 3 caves?
No, there were 2.
Number 6. Were you sad?
No, I was frightened.
Number 7. Were you happy to see the sun?
Yes, I was.
End of tape script 10.28.6. Tape script 10.29.1.
Last Thursday night at 7 o'clock, Liwan was taking pictures of birds. He was walking through the playground when he saw a fire. An old empty building near the playground was on fire. Liwan pulled out his camera. He was taking pictures of the fire when the fire trucks pulled up. The firefighters jumped out. They hooked up their horses. While they were fighting the fire, Liwan was taking more pictures. The firefighters were fighting the fire and Liwan was taking pictures when the rain started. The rain had put the fire out. The firefighters were clapping and Liwan was cheering. The fire was finally out.
End of tape script 10.29.1. Tape script 10.29.2.
1. Was taking. 2. Was walking. 3. Was taking. 4. Were fighting. 5. Was taking. 6. Were fighting. 7. Was taking. 8. Were clapping. 9. Was cheering.
End of tape script 10.29.2. Tape script 10.29.3. A. Livan was taking pictures of birds. B. He was taking pictures. C. They were fighting the fire. D. The firefighters were clapping. End of tape script 10.29.3. Tape script 10.29.4.
A. He was walking through the playground. B. Levan was taking more pictures. C. The firefighters were fighting the fire. D. Levan was cheering.
End of tape script 10.29.4. Tape script 10.29.5.
1. Sally, Adrian, and Ryan were skipping. 2. Melissa was watering the flowers. 3. Caroline was combing her sister's hair. 4. Brian was tying up his shoelaces. 5. Angela was tickling Brad's feet. 6. Albert was swimming in the sea. 7. Karen and Oscar were having a picnic. 8. Michael was swinging on an old tire.
End of tape script 10.29.5. Tape script 10.29.6. A. Mr. Peereth was driving his motorcycle home. B. Mr. Peereth was speeding through the streets. C. Mr. Peereth wasn't paying attention and was driving too fast. D. The police officer was directing traffic. E. Mr. Peereth wasn't feeling happy when he arrived home from work. End of tape script 10.29.6. Tape script 10.29.7.
A. Positive. She was feeling tired. Negative. She was not feeling tired. Question. Was she feeling tired? B. Positive. She was reading her book. Negative. She was not reading her book. Question. Was she reading her book? C. Positive. She was watching the rain. Negative. She was not watching the rain. Question. Was she watching the rain? D. Positive. She was coming home. Negative. She was not coming home. Question. Was she coming home?
End of tape script 10.29.7. Tape script 10.30.1. It was just before 7 o'clock last Wednesday night. Levan was cycling home after visiting his friend. The road was clear and he was riding his bike carefully. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the shadow of a bird flew out in front of him. Levan pulled hard on the brake, but it was too late. He got off his bicycle, but, to his surprise, there was nothing there. While he was searching for the bird, he felt a cold wind on his face, and a strange feeling that sent shivers down his spine. He was still looking for the bird when a policeman stopped behind him. The policeman walked up to him and asked if he needed help. So Levan told him what had happened. He didn't seem surprised when Levan told him about the bird. Earlier this year, a minor bird had died in the area. His grave is near here, said the policeman. You're not the first to have seen his ghost here, he said in a scary voice. Oh no, it's a wrong, Livan cried. End of tape script 10.30.1. Tape script 10.30.2.
A. Livan was cycling home. B. He was riding his bike. C. A bird flew out in front of him. D. Livan pulled hard on a brake.
End of tape script 10.30.2. Tape script 10.30.3.
A. He was searching for the bird. B. He was still looking for the bird. C. A policeman stopped behind him. D. The policeman walked up to him. E. Livan told him what had happened. F. He was buried in a grave near here.
End of tape script 10.30.3. Tape script 10.30.4.
A. She was running really fast. B. He was running faster than what day. C. She checked her pockets for her money. D. She sprinted after the boy. E. She opened her bedroom door. F. She saw her money.
End of tape script 10.30.4. Tape script 10.30.5.
A. Beside was having fun with her friends when a weird object appeared in the sky. B. The object became red while the people were watching it. C. When the UFO disappeared, it was flying fast. D. Nobody could explain it because they were having a very weird experience.
End of tape script 10.30.5. Tape script 10.30.6. Aruni was whistling. Vitaly and Livan were looking at a photograph. Pisai wasn't talking to Sam, she was sleeping. Sam was sitting next to Pisai. Sam wasn't drawing on the board. End of tape script 10.30.6. Tape script 10.30.7.
1. Was Aruni looking at the students? No, she wasn't. 2. Were Vatay and Liwan arguing? No, they weren't. 3. Was Pisay crying? No, she wasn't. 4. What was Sam reading? He was reading a book.
End of tape script 10.30.7. Tape script 11.31.1.
My mom and dad have owned their sailboat for 10 years. In that time, we have sailed together a lot. We have traveled to lots of different places. We have sailed on the Pacific Ocean. We have sailed on the North Atlantic Ocean. We have sailed around South America. We have never sailed on the Arctic Ocean. We have never sailed on the Southern Sea. We have never sailed on the Indian Ocean. We have traveled to Africa. We have visited Europe. We have traveled to Asia. We have never visited Australia. We have never traveled to Antarctica. We have never visited Canada. We love to sail a boat, and we want to sail around the world someday.
End of tape script 11.31.1. Tape script 11.31.2.
A. My mom and dad have owned their sailboat for 10 years. B. We have sailed on the Pacific Ocean. C. We have never sailed on the Southern Sea. D. We have visited Europe. E. We have never visited Canada.
End of tape script 11.31.2. Tape script 11.31.3.
A. I have met the man of my dreams. B. He has behaved like my best friend. C. We have been on several trips together. D. He has proposed to me. E. We have been engaged for 2 weeks.
End of tape script 11.31.3. Tape script 11.31.4.
A. I have realized that he likes me too. B. We have spent lots of time together. C. He has been so kind, gentle, and understanding. D. I have not met his parents. E. He has bought me a beautiful diamond ring. F. We have booked the wedding for next month. G. He has invited his best friends.
End of tape script 11.31.4. Tape script 11.31.5.
Have you ever taken dance classes?
Yes, I have. I've taken a lot of dance classes.
Have you ever danced in Siem Reap?
Yes, I have. I've danced in the Smile of Ankle.
Wow, that's a really good show. Have you ever danced the Apsara?
Yes, I have. I've danced the Apsara for years.
Have you ever danced the Snitonside dance?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever danced in Phnom Penh?
Yes, I have. I've danced at the National Museum.
Have you ever danced the fishing dance?
No, I haven't, but I've danced the peacock dance and the Shiva dance.
Wow, I'm really impressed, Visay. My cousin's a superstar.
Yes, I am. If you give me $5, you can have my autograph.
End of tape script 11.31.5. Tape script 11.32.1. A. I have had 3 accidents in my life. B. I have never had an accident before. C. You have become a bad driver. D. I have always been a very careful driver. E. This has been the worst day of my life. End of tape script 11.32.1. Tape script 11.32.2.
A. The accident happened yesterday. B. A woman crashed into my car. C. The woman got out of her car. D. The woman yelled at me. E. She was very angry.
End of tape script 11.32.2. Tape script 11.32.3.
How long have you lived in Siem Reap, Day?
I have lived in Siem Reap province for 5 years. But before that, I lived in Phnom Penh.
How long have you known Visay?
We have been friends for a long time. We joined school together.
How long have you been a Pirsawat fan?
Since I was 7, I have listened to all of his albums. I saw him in concert last week.
How long have you been an athlete?
I have been an athlete for 6 years. I started when I was 8.
End of tape script 11.32.3. Tape script 11.32.4.
A. How long have you lived in Siem Reap? B. What has lived in Siem Reap province for 5 years. C. She has been friends with Pisai for a long time. D. She has listened to all of his albums. E. She has been an athlete for 6 years.
End of tape script 11.32.4. Tape script 11.32.5.
A. I lived in Phnom Penh. B. We joined school together. C. I was 7. D. I saw him in concert last week. E. I started when I was 8.
End of tape script 11.32.5. Tape script 11.32.6.
Last night's celebration. Last night, Mr. Pirette was at a restaurant with Miss Mum and their parents. After dinner, Mr. Pirette announced his engagement to Miss Mum. Mr. Pirette stood next to Miss Mum. He raised his glass. He announced the engagement to both of their parents. He looked very happy. Miss Mum sat at the table next to Mr. Pirette. She smiled when he announced the engagement. She showed her parents her ring. It was very beautiful. Miss Mom looked very happy. Family experience. Aunt Sokha has lived in the United States for a long time. She has been married to her husband for 20 years. Her sisters have lived in England for a long time too. They have lived in London for over 20 years. Aunt Sokha has not seen her sisters in over 10 years. She has talked to her sisters on the phone many times. She has also seen pictures of her sisters. They have grown so much since the last time they visited America.
End of tape script 11.32.6. Tape script 11.32.7.
A. Mr. Pirette was at a restaurant with Miss Mum. B. Mr. Pirette stood next to Miss Mum. C. He announced the engagement to both of their parents. D. He looked very happy. E. It was very beautiful.
End of tape script 11.32.7. Tape script 11.32.8.
A. She has been married to her husband for 20 years. B. Her sisters have lived in England for a long time. C. They have lived in London for over 20 years. D. She has talked to her sisters on the phone many times. E. They have grown so much.
End of tape script 11.32.8. Tape script 11.32.9. I had fun yesterday. I got up early, jumped out of bed. I washed my hands and stood on my head. I jumped for joy and put on my clothes. I cleaned my teeth and rubbed my nose. I had my breakfast, brushed my hair. I packed my things and sat on the chair. I went to my room, opened the door. I saw my books on the floor. I picked them up, 3 or 4, said goodbye, went to the door. With happiness and joy, I ran to school. I got an excellent mark. My day was cool. End of tape script 11.32.9. Tape script 11.33.1.
A. They watched a scary movie. B. And Sokha enjoyed the movie. C. They walked beside the river. D. They talked about their future. E. He was excited to hear about the cinema. F. It was a good night.
End of tape script 11.33.1. Tape script 11.33.2.
A. And Sokha went to the cinema. B. The movie started at 7 p.m. C. The moon was bright. D. Sam was not asleep. E. Uncle Panya told Sam about the movie. F. Uncle Panya and Aunt Sokha were very tired.
End of tape script 11.33.2. Tape script 11.33.3.
Sunday. Sam arrived at the campsite and cooked dinner on the fire. Monday. It rained and Sam stayed in the tent all day. Tuesday. Sam packed up the tent and walked to town. Wednesday. Sam played tennis. Thursday. Sam shopped for presents for his friends. Friday. Sam relaxed on the beach. Saturday. Sam danced at a party. Sunday. Sam traveled home on a bus.
End of tape script 11.33.3. Tape script 11.33.4.
I think I have had a very interesting life. I'm 52 now, and I don't work anymore. I was in the army for 30 years. I have been retired for 2 years. I have been to so many countries that I can't remember all of them. I've been to Australia 6 or 7 times and to South Africa 3 times. I have also been to Russia once, but it was too cold for me. I've been married to Sokha for 20 years. I have loved her for 34 years. I've never been on television, but I've been on the radio once. It was a program about life in the army about 20 years ago. I've met the Prime Minister. I've also met a lot of famous people. I've traveled a lot. I've seen a lot of wonderful things. I have also eaten and drank some strange foods and drinks. I have eaten cat and rat in India. I have eaten kangaroo steaks in Australia.
End of tape script 11.33.4. Tape script 11.33.5.
A. They were carrying the box on a cart. B. Patay and Liwan were playing soccer. C. Tay and Li Wan were pushing from behind. D. He was waiting for them. E. Mr. Pierrot was unloading the glasses.
End of tape script 11.33.5. Tape script 11.33.6.
A. Sam and Pisai were delivering a box. B. They were taking the glasses to Mr. Pierrot's house. C. Sam and Pisai were pulling from the front. D. Sam and Pisai were guiding the cart. E. They were all feeling very proud of their hard work.
End of tape script 11.33.6.